He was sparring this big boy,
A
heavyweight boy, and Tank hit that nigga. He hit him so hard that he was on the top of the rope just like this.
It allowed Jake Paul's brother to be in there and be able to last with a smaller man, a smaller, older, greater fighter who's mostly was concentrating on defense more than just offense.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis is taking his training to a whole new level as he goes to war in the gym, sparring with heavyweights ahead of his showdown with Jake Paul. Davis isn't holding anything back. He's been trading power shots with much bigger men inside the ring. One of the sessions reportedly became so intense that the heavyweight looked visibly shaken after Tank landed a thunderous punch.
Oh, no, you're right.
But tell people what happened.
Man, I was about to spar. Before I was about to spar Tank, he was sparring this big boy,
A
heavyweight boy, and Tank hit that nigga. He hit him so hard that he was on the top of the rope just like.
Gervonta Davis has been turning heads again, this time by pushing and punching through heavyweight boxers during fierce sparring sessions. Known for his explosive power in the lightweight and super lightweight divisions, Tank is proving that size doesn't define his strength. In the latest footage, he's seen landing sharp, lightning-fast combinations with pinpoint precision, leaving even larger fighters on edge. His ability to control rhythm, slip counters, and fire back with calculated precision shows how seriously he's preparing for battle. Every movement reflects a focus not just on power, but on stamina, developing the endurance to handle bigger, stronger opponents. It's clear that Davis is fine-tuning every aspect of his game ahead of his upcoming showdown with Jake Paul.
Look like you're playing pool with a short stick. Ball in between him, Kev. Punch when he punch, Kev. Punch when he punch. Punch when he punch. Yep. They ain't stopped firing. We slowed down. Now we're going to commence firing again. That's what we do. We reload and come back. Yeah, you ain't got to get close, man, because you know you're scared to get close. Get close, man. Keep rolling, Kev. All the way down the road. Come to me, baby.
Despite the clear size difference between Davis and sparring partners, Tank continues to challenge himself against fighters who outweigh him by a significant margin. These sessions aren't about domination. They're about discipline and precision. He's learning to manage distance, control tempo, and maintain his trademark explosiveness even under pressure from heavier opponents. According to his team, these matchups are designed to help Davis calculate movement angles and timing, skills that will be vital for adapting to Jake Paul's unorthodox boxing style. Davis knows Jake's biggest weapon is his size, so by testing himself against heavyweights now, he's removing that intimidation factor early. It's a strategy rooted in confidence and control, ensuring he's prepared for every scenario once the bell rings.
Here's a clip of Gervonta "Tank" Davis releasing footage of him training and sparring with the heavyweight ahead of his showdown with YouTube sensation turned professional boxer Jake Paul, that's set to take place November 14th in Atlanta, Georgia at the State Farm Arena. Tank Davis is 5'4" and he weighs in at 135. His last fight, he actually was 133 pounds. Jake Paul is 6'1" with a 76-inch arm reach, and he weighed in at 199 pounds his last fight. And fight before that, he weighed in at 224 pounds. Gervonta "Tank" Davis has a 67-inch arm reach. This is why this fight has to be ruled an exhibition and not a real professional boxing match, because no boxing commission would sanction it. Let me know what y'all think about this. As you see, Tank Davis is using and working on movement. Let me know. I'm gone. Peace.
Former UFC star and fight analyst Chael Sonnen has made it clear that Gervonta Davis carries the weight of boxing's credibility on his shoulders in this matchup. Sonnen remarked that regardless of what Jake Paul has done to attract attention to the sport, it's now on Tank to remind fans what real boxing looks like. For Sonnen, this isn't just a fight, it's a statement. Davis's goal is to prove that technical skill, timing, and years of ring experience still outweigh social media hype. Sonnen confidently stated that Tank's mission is to silence the circus surrounding Jake's career and let his fists do the talking. A knockout, he said, wouldn't just be a win. It would be a message to everyone who...
Anybody know that's listening that it doesn't make any difference, that boxing is a real sport. my skills versus your skills, of which I am an abundance of and of which you have none of. My life's commitment and dedication versus a second or third or fourth thought in the world of priority on your list. And I used to believe those things. Now, I go back far enough in MMA that I've had my eyes open a number of times. The fact that karate was so incredibly useless, or the fact that Jeet Kune Do was so incredibly useless, like these were not things that I would have bet on when I was in high school. As a wrestler at that time, I would not have assumed that I would fare well in a fight against somebody that knew Kung Fu. We had all been falsely led through Hollywood. Not through competition, not through sport, not through understanding of the game, but just through Hollywood. We were told that those guys were the most dangerous guys. So, we then eventually get up to Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather, which had a weight discrepancy, but it was very small. I mean, I watched him weigh in. I want to say it was like 8 pounds.
As fight week draws near, new footage and reports confirm that Davis has been actively sparring with heavyweight fighters in his camp. These sessions are anything but light. They're full-force simulations that push Tank far beyond his comfort zone. His trainers explain that the goal is simple: make the actual fight feel easier by facing tougher resistance in training. The heavyweights force him to sharpen his defense, improve his head movement, and learn how to generate maximum power efficiently against larger frames. Each round builds his confidence, showing that even against stronger men, Davis's timing and precision can make all the difference. It's an unusual but highly effective approach, proof of how seriously he's treating Jake Paul as a legitimate challenge. Renowned boxing trainer Teddy Atlas has also weighed in, praising Gervonta Davis as one of the most powerful and technically gifted fighters in the sport today. Atlas explained that while some fans point to Jake Paul's size advantage, it won't matter once the bell rings. He believes Davis's experience against world-class opponents gives him an edge Jake simply can't match. Tank has faced every style imaginable: counterpunchers, pressure fighters, tall technicians, and defensive specialists. Meanwhile, Jake's resume lacks true boxing veterans. Atlas said people who ask, "What if Jake lands one big shot?" are missing the point. Davis's ability to...
Guy who, yeah, he's smaller, but he's a top fighter, he can punch, and he's fighting a guy who's not a top pro fighter, who's bigger. What if he hits him on the chin? What if he hits him on the chin? It'll wind up selling. And that's what'll wind up selling it. The what if. What if Tank makes him do a cha-cha? He hits him on the chin, and Jake Paul, we're going to find out if he can dance. Whoa. You know, do the cha-cha. That's what's going to sell it. And you can't argue that what if. You can't. I know I get to places that other people won't go and everything else, that just dismiss stuff because it's easier to do that. It's safer to do that. You don't have to bows and arrows coming at you from people that argue with you because you did that. But I don't care. I've had bows and arrows my whole life. I don't care. But that's true. That what if? What if this guy who is a real good puncher, who is one of the best fighters in the world right now, what if he hits him? What if he makes a miss and he counters him? Or he jumps up in the air. Bang! And he hits him. Sid Terrace was a great fighter. No, not the 1700s, but years ago. And Cus D'Amato told me he loves Sid Terrace. He said, Teddy, he used to jump up in the air and hit you with 3 jabs. I said, whoa, man, Sid Terrace. All right. Anyway, look, I can't finish without saying that it did invoke some memories and thoughts that we've been here before in a different way, where Jake Paul's brother fought Mayweather. That's not forget. And I'm not saying I like that either. I mean, first of all, Mayweather was past his prime. He was already retired. He was older, everything, but he's still the great Mayweather. And Mayweather was fighting a guy, what was it, 50-pound difference, 60-pound difference, whatever it was. And that size made a difference. It allowed Jake Paul's brother to be in there and be able to last with a smaller man, a smaller, older, greater fighter who's most...
Sports analyst Max Kellerman offered a more personal perspective on Tank's motivation. He revealed that Davis accepted the Jake Paul fight partly for financial stability and to create more time for his family. After years of relentless training camps and championship defenses, Tank reportedly wanted a bout that offered both excitement and a financial reward significant enough to give him breathing room. Kellerman mentioned that Davis has been thinking about slowing down his career pace, focusing on family life and mental balance. The Jake Paul fight, in his view, is not just business, it's transitional. It's a big, entertaining event that lets Davis enjoy the rewards of his hard work.
Problem with boxing, Tank Davis is. Jake Paul's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. He's a Disney Channel kid, YouTube star turned boxer. Of course, he's going to make these stupid spectacle matchups. He doesn't care about his career, his legacy, or the sport. Meanwhile, we have Tank Davis, the heir apparent to Floyd Mayweather and Adrian Broner, who has real talent. And if he was actually consistent in the ring and was willing to get in with some of the best fighters in the world, he could be top 3 pound for pound best fighters in the sport. But instead, Tank just wants to hold up his division for 5 years and make a mockery of the sport, especially with this fight.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for more updates and behind-the-scenes coverage. Until next time,